Okay, sorry. Jesus. Okay, so always remember the energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa. If a card comes up and it's more your person, then put that energy on his side, okay? I will start by pulling 3 romance angels, an energy for you, an energy for him, and a shared energy on the connection, okay? Okay. Oh, you're married? Then why? Oh, okay. Sorry. Got it. So for her and for yourself. Okay. For Tiffany, how does Tiffany do this connection, please? Okay, Tiffany, on your side, you have reconciliation, okay? So it's gonna cycle back in, okay? How does Tiffany's person view this connection, please? Your person views it as a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to take place. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. And what is the shared energy between them on this connection, please? Oh, 2 came out. You deserve love. You are lovable. And religious factors. Your love life is infected by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this could go many different ways here. You could be different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different, religious beliefs, different beliefs in general kind of thing. But you both know that love needs to be put into this connection, okay? Now, did you want me to separate the cards or just read it as a whole, just on the connection itself? Because it looks like there is some retreat here. Again, that separation, that trying to get to calmer grounds. Well, one, I'll just pull 2 or 3 cards for you, and then I'll pull 2 and 3 cards for her, and that's that. If I read it as a whole, it comes out, and then you have to figure out who it's talking about and where it's going, and it's still going to be that energies can be where they go. Separate them? Okay. So I'm going to, being that I'm doing that, I'm going to do the energies that you're in and how you're feeling about the situation. And then I am going to do how they're feeling and dealing with the situation. Okay, for Tiffany in this situation, how is she feeling? What is she going through? Okay, well, right off jump, okay, how it is going for you specifically, the 3 of Swords. There is heartache here. There is a feeling of betrayal here. And it's kind of made you cold and detached from the situation. Even though you are married and you most certainly are a twin flame to this person, it has made things quite difficult because now you're you gained your clarity about whatever caused this heartache and betrayal. So now you're kind of trying to process it. And as you're processing it, it is kind of turned into this cold, detached energy. Again, if this isn't you, it could be more them. You put it where it needs to go. But with that cold, detached energy, somebody wanted to talk and the other maybe didn't want to. And now the other wants to talk. And now the other is like, what more could be said? What more are you going to add on here? Kind of thing. How does Tiffany's person view this connection, please? Tell me more. Okay, so you have the Ace of Pentacles out here and the Seven of Cups. One more, Spirit, please. Thank you. And the Four of Swords. So again, there's that detached energy. There's that feeling of needing to take some space and kind of fix the situation. Okay. Hello, how are you? So trying to fix the situation here. But they want big things with you here. Okay. They want those big opportunities. They want to have stability and to be able to bring in what they could. For whatever reason, they were feeling like whatever they were doing was not enough. Whatever they were bringing, it was just not enough. It was never enough. Excuse me. And it's causing confusion. Okay, for your person, there is confusion here and not knowing how to fix what was broken, kind of thing, to fix what initially caused this separation here. And now they are taking that time to really kind of unplug, to figure it out, so that when it comes back together, it comes back together in the proper way, okay? I will get some clarity here for you. Clarify the Three of Swords, please. The Ace of Cups. So even though there is hurt and betrayal here, there is still that want to have this connection work the way that it's supposed to. But also taking that time while there is this separation to have that self-care, self-love, and really learning to pour into yourself so that when this does come back around and it can get worked out, that you're able to pour into them without taking away from what you put into yourself, kind of a thing. Clarify the Queen of Swords. The Ace of Swords. So look, there's three aces out here. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords here. So there is going to be communication, and another card that represents reconciliation is the Ace of Swords. There is going to be communication here because clarity has been found, it has been understood, and now it is ready to open it up for said conversation. And then the Ace of Swords also has the power, just like the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, to cut things out, to have that ability to cut something from the situation that is no longer serving it or helping it grow, in order for there to be transformation, so that something new is going to come in and it is going to replenish what had to be taken out, kind of thing. Clarify the Four of Wands. Truth. The truth is, this is a twin flame, okay? There is going to be truth that it will be brought back into the situation. And it's going to come, face first, okay? So that truth comes out. The truth of how people are feeling, the truth of what went wrong, everything is going to come to the center here. It's going to show itself. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles, please. But there's new beginnings all over this, okay? New opportunities, new commitment, new resparking, rekindling, bringing back this connection here. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Magician. So they're manifesting this. It may take them a little time, but they are manifesting this opportunity to speak to you, this opportunity to have, new doors opening for them specifically, whether it's career, whether it is with you, whether it is purchasing a car, a house, whatever it is. This is a big opportunity that they're not trying to miss out on, and they're manifesting this. Clarify the Seven of Cups, please. Thank you. The Star, Aquarius energy here, healing, okay? The confusion that is there is because they're in the process of healing a situation within themselves, so that they can come back a stronger, better person to help heal the situation between you and them. Okay, it's going to take time here. Clarify the Four of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles here. So again, planting those seeds and waiting for them to come into fruition. Whether this happens after the conversation that is had with you, and you say something that is triggering this person to say, okay, we've had that heart-to-heart conversation. I realize where the hurt is at and where it was placed and how it was placed. So now my person has let me know kind of where I need to go with this. Those seeds have been planted, but it does cause anxiety here. Okay, there is anxiety here. There is sleepless nights. There is overthinking the situation. It is causing internal conflict here. But there is still that want to take a risk on this situation here, and really wanting to be able to have a new perspective, a new outlook on what it is that went wrong the first time. They don't want it to go wrong this time, okay? But they're afraid. They're afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of how you are going to perceive them. They are afraid of how things are going to unfold, because the universe hasn't illuminated everything about this situation, because there is tasks at hand that need to be healed up and taken care of here. Your intuition is telling you that this reconciliation, this conversation is going to happen. You just don't know when, how, and why it's taking as long as it is. And it's causing confusion here. All you got to do is have a little bit of self-reflection to realize what is going on here, that they need to do it, because there is love here, okay, with that Queen of Swords coming in. Not Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, my bad. I will pull some love oracle for you, and this will close it out. And this represents your past, your current, and your future with the situation. You put them in the places that it needs to be. If you aren't going through it now, you haven't gone through it, it's going to be a future thing. Okay. Tell me more. Change. Okay. So regeneration, growth, metamorphosis, cycles. Cycles are, there's karmic cycles that are going on here. So you have to let them play out. And with letting those karmic changes play out comes that transformation. Healing. Okay. Wounds, improving, mending, and progress. So it's going to go in stages. Can I have one more, please? One more. Oh, okay, so there we go. All right, social media, spying, online dating, reminiscing, networking. And this one kind of slid out. Ex-lover, memories, the past, old flame. Now, I don't know if through social media, one of you are looking into somebody that you used to deal with. I don't foresee it as a problem. I just see it as they are reminiscing on what was, and they're doing it through social media. This could have been before, this could have been now, or it could be coming, whatever the case is. But it's all a process that you're going to have to work through if you want this to happen. Okay. Split the deck in its truth. Okay. Confession, clarity, reveal, secrets. That goes right into the moon energy here, Pisces energy. So there are things that you don't know or that she doesn't know. There is suspecting there with that high priestess that there are secrets there, that maybe there is certain aspects of your person's life that they keep secret for whatever reason, whether it is to prevent you from knowing because they're really doing snaky, dirty shit, or because they're entertaining themselves. Either way, it's wrong. But this will come back together if it's what you want. Okay. It all comes down to the free will of the situation. If you want it, you're going to work on it to make it better. No matter what the past has said here, Tiffany, about this connection, don't carry the pain with you. Deal with it, heal it, release it. Don't carry it. Because when this reconciliation tries to come back into play, you're going to need that open space to not play a factor in a crucial decision that has clearly been made for you. But even though the universe has kind of made the decision for you, you don't have to take it. It is your personal thing. You can do whatever. All right. I hope that helped. That is what I have for you. And if anything, and you want to go deeper at any given time, we can most certainly do that too. No issues, Sass. All good. Yes, her intent, yes, because she wants this Ace of Pentacles with you. She wants something bigger. She wants better. She wants things to be better than what they were. She doesn't want this to be a missed opportunity, even though there's confusion here. She does want the same thing that you do. It's just going to take her a little bit more time to put herself in a position to where she can come back and show you and be like, look, here it is. And if by the looks of it, there with that Ace of Swords coming into play, there probably hasn't been much communication. But when that communication comes through, ex-lover came up. Ex-lover came up, and I did say third lover. You can go back and watch. I did say that there was a thing there. I said ex-lover came up in these cards. Someone that is watching somebody who is from the past. Look, I told you put the energies where they were. X came up. So if it came up on your end, then it still came up. It was still somebody that was a third party that they are with. Ex-lover means that this is probably somebody that has been in her past before. That's what it means. It means an ex-lover is there. I will show you. I got social media. Somebody was watching. Somebody was watching an ex-person that they dealt with here. Okay. Memories, the past, old flame. So it is somebody that your ex, unbeknownst to you, was probably dealing with in the past. Okay, so even though she's still with her now and doing whatever she's doing, like I said, whether reconciliation comes into play or not, that falls on you to decide now. Because if I'm going through something and I'm dealing with somebody that I love, okay, if you think for one hot minute that I'm going to be anyway okay with us saying, we're going to fix this, we're going to do it, we're going to talk, we're going to communicate, we're going to do the things that we need to do. Okay. But while we're doing that and figuring our shit out, you need to keep it in your pants. You need to give us the time to figure it out. So she's wrong on that. So you have an opportunity to sit there and say, okay, so even if this conversation, when it comes in, I can come into it openly, open-hearted, all of that. But at the end of the day, if she is sitting there with another, I'm sorry, I'm just going to speak how I speak and whatever. But if she's going to be sitting there with some other bitch while trying to reconcile what it is that she has going on, then at the end of the day, if she is pouring that energy into somebody else, when she should be pouring that energy into you, when on both sides there is that reconciliation, there is that want to mold this back together, then that's wrong. That is absolutely wrong. And I would never tell you that you should go back with them. If that is what you want to do and you can forgive that, because if not, at the end of the day, you may be separated, but there's the want for the reconciliation. So it falls on what you're comfortable with. If you can excuse the fact that she dipped out just to cheat on somebody because she wanted to fuck somebody different, then I would think about that. You know, I don't, I get quite heated with conversation like this. So you have to use your better judgment. Like, you were the one that the Three of Swords came up on. That heartache is with you. There was no pain over on her side, but there was confusion to the situation and needing that time to figure it out. The pain was done to you, sweetheart. So you have to think within yourself what it is that you personally view acceptable and what you can get past. Because when someone that you're with does something sneaky and vulgar like that, if you and this person cannot deal with this situation, it will keep coming up, because now the trust has been betrayed. And once the trust has been betrayed, especially when you've been the loyal one, really maybe suspecting that something was going on, but kept it pushing because the love was there, because you had a commitment, a higher commitment to that person aside from the bitch over here in the corner. Okay. So you always got to remember that if your person is willing to mess up a high commitment that they're trying to have with you for a little, dip, then what are you doing? You were the loyal one. You kept it where it needed to be. And now she brought somebody back from the past to be in the present when she is trying to fix and figure out her shit with you. Because when that talk happens, you're going to bring it up. And all it's going to do is piss her off because she did the trespass, and it's going to somehow be put on you that you did it. You did something to make her cheat. And that's not the case. And, it comes down to a choice. The choice was hers, and she made it. And you clearly found out about it, knew about it, and caused this internal conflict. Okay, so either way you cut it, she does want something more. She's trying to figure it out. It is causing her confusion, but then on your side, you have that pain and that feeling of betrayal here. So what is your end goal? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? That's your next step. And the only way that you can handle it, if you want to be with her, you have to heal the damage that she's done to you. She's not going to come back in and willy-nilly try to heal it when she's the one who needs to heal herself. She's not in a position to come back and heal her fuck up. You know what I mean? So you're just going to have to work it out, Tiffany. You're going to have to figure out what it is that you want and how you want to go about it. The wound is going to be there no matter that you heal, but you can take the sting out of it. And that's what healing kind of helps you do. It takes the sting out of what is going on. And then once that is done, and it can be brought up again without causing anger or hurt or reopening the wound, then that's kind of what happens there. Do you have any other comments, honey? You got me. This is kind of what happens when you do a paid reading. So if there's anything else that you want or need, I can give you some more time. Oh, sweetheart, I understand. I get it. It's never easy when a situation falls apart due to cheating and infidelity. And there's different levels of it. Some say that corn with a P is cheating. Some say texting and talking to other women is cheating because it means more because it's on a deeper level. You're trying to, when the person you should be talking to is the person that you're invested in, and you're going and talking to other people. Why? Because you guys communicate differently. Okay. And talking is, she closes her feelings off. Okay. Now, Aquarius came up quite often. Aquarius came up, as well as Libra, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Leo, Sag, and Aries. So if you're dealing more on the sides of an air sign, or they have more air in their birth chart, they are going to be a little bit harder to connect with. As far as conversation goes, and especially talking about the deeper things, the things that matter, the things that they hold close to their heart. Because if you are dealing with an air sign, they're more logical, and they're going to lead with their mind instead of their feelings in their heart. They will be quick to shut that heart and that emotion off just because it's too hard to deal with, because in their mind, they can figure it out. But what happens is when you're dealing with a situation that has to do with your heart chakra and your emotions and how you feel, that fear and that anxiety overtakes. Well, if I do this and things don't pan out, then things are just going to fall apart anyway. That's not the case. Hello. That's not the case. It's understanding that we as people all communicate differently. All communicate different. Our verbal language is completely different than the person that we deal with sometimes. And that makes it hard to be on the same page. Okay. Even though 90% of the time you guys are saying the same thing, just differently. When you think about it and you really dig and dive into what is being said, you're both saying the same shit. You're both saying you want the same exact thing from the other person, but somewhere along the line, things get twisted and helter-skelter. So what is one to do? Then you have to go off and be in your headspace about it, and there's a whole bunch of overthinking the situation all around on both sides. You may never get past this, and that's okay, because one thing we value most is trust. Trust. And if you can't have trust, what is there? How do you go through the motions and be able to, one, not only make it okay for your person, but make it okay for you, the one the damage has been done to, the one who had the dirty shit done to them. And this, you know, like I said, no matter how anybody tries to cut it, scrape it, spit it, whatever, at the end of the day, it comes down to a decision, a choice that was made, and they did it, not you. We all deal with our person's baggage, whatever it is that they have going on, how they treat us, how they don't treat us. I walk 70 miles, I walk less than 1. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the shit still gets done, right? So you got to look at it from all angles here. And if she closes her feelings off to you, again, listen, it is very difficult to hear or to even think that your person can't with you, but can with others. That should always be a red flag. If you are trying to talk to your person and they're like, oh, I just can't with you. Oh, I don't listen to you, but I listen to them. Then you can't with me. And if you can't with me and you can with them, that says more about their inability and want to make you understand what it is that they're going through. And then at the end of the day, baby, all you can do is let them. Let them. Let them make you out to be the villain in it. Stand aside. Let them say what they need to say. Because at the end of the day, everything comes to light anyway. But you're right. It is extremely difficult to try to have deep conversations with somebody who tells you repeatedly, constantly, everything's okay. Don't worry about it. It's none of your business. I got it handled. I can figure it out. Don't worry about it. You let me worry about you and you go worry about you. Because now they separate the unity. They separate what was there and they make it okay and acceptable. If I put this separation here and I don't deal with the emotions that we are sharing within this connection, then I'm cool to think that I'm, out here doing things on my own, that I'm single. I can tell everybody I'm single, knowing in deep down in their heart that they know that they're not single. But you can't prevent them. They're going to do it. And sometimes you end up being the collateral damage for whatever it is that they have going on. And sometimes you're going to end up having to take that blame for them because they can't claim it and own it as their own. And that's okay, I guess. But you will feel the damage of it. You will be feeling that. And, there was not a lot of feeling in that reading. The love did come up. It did show itself. Reconciliation showed itself. And new opportunities within this connection showed itself. But no true feeling aside of confusion on her end. But that is what I have. All right. So, Tiffany, if that is all and you have nothing else you want to add, I'm going to go ahead and start the Aquarius part of this. For my Aquarians who are coming in here, I will, okay. Okay, listen, I get that, but here's the thing, okay? There is zero stuff that we can lay really at our significant other's parents' feet. Because yes, okay, so she may grow up with a narcissistic mother. Fine. But she's an adult. So therefore, whatever was, yes, things do follow us from our childhood into adulthood and all of that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, we have the choice to not be like our parents. Like a prime example, I am so much my mother's daughter, in the fact that I over worry. I overthink things. I can become quite snappy, if somebody gets under my skin. I'm breaking the cycles of what my mother instilled within me, my thought process, how I cope with certain things, so that I make sure that my girls don't play the same cycle, right? So it's all a process. So sitting there and saying, okay, well, I could blame my mother for my quick temper. I could blame my mother for certain anxieties and fears that I have because I watched her go through it. No, I watched her go through certain things. I am now in the process of breaking the cycles to not be so much like my mother. So I don't raise my girls to be quick tempered, which I already missed it on the one, so I have one that is exactly that way, but we're working on that too. So there are certain things that we don't have to keep cycling into our children. Same thing goes with drug addiction, alcohol, smoking, all those things. We don't have to do all those. Okay, just because my father was a severe alcoholic and a drug addict for many years doesn't mean I am. My brother and sister, no. Both my parents were smokers. Out of the 3 kids, there's one smoker, and that's me. So we don't have to follow exactly what our parents did. Does it help us if our parents act a certain way? Yes. Can it make us not do certain things because we saw our parents not do certain things? Absolutely. But she's grown. She's grown. And so no matter how she plays on the fact that you know, oh, well, my mom is a narcissist, so now I act the way that I do because no, it's a cop out. 150% a cop out. Because again, it comes back down to choice and decision. She's choosing to be this way because it's easier for her. It's easier not to talk about the things that you want to talk about. And when you say, oh my God, you make everything about you. And then she comes back and hits you with, well, I am my mother's daughter. Okay, so you come by being an asshole, honestly. Good. But miss me with that and save that for somebody who doesn't know that our children are supposed to be better and do better than we do. So it's I don't believe with that kind of mindset. I don't think that way at all. It comes down to your personal choice, your preference on how you choose to live and conduct yourself as an adult. You're very, very welcome. You know where to find me if anything else. And thank you very much for being my first client on here. All right, Aquarius. So sorry. In the description below, I will put a timestamp so that we can get, so you don't have to listen to that if you don't want to. You can bypass it and go right into your reading here. I'm just gonna kill time till 50, and then I'm gonna put and then we will kind of get what's going on with you, Aquarius. All right, here we go, Aquarius. This is for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any strong placement in your birth chart for the sign of Aquarius. Cross watchers, you are welcome if you are interested in an Aquarius. Please try to remember not to force energies or messages fit. If they don't fit, it is not your reading, and that's okay. Check your other placements and other readings on this channel. Energies can be interchangeable, meaning vice versa. So please use your discretion to put those energies where they best fit in your specific situation. Meaning vice versa. I could be discussing something or talking about something that is not like in your specific area, but it is attached to somebody that you know. Use your discretion and flip that energy. So right now, we are going to get into your reading, Aquarius. We are going to see what's going on in your recent past, your current, and your near future. Let's get into this. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, overall energy for this reading is the Six of Cups, soulmate energy here. There is a soul connection tied up to you, Aquarius. Underneath that was the Ten of Cups. This is happiness. This is love. The Knight of Cups, that offer of love to keep pouring into what this is, because at the end of the day, Aquarius, you know what it is, baby. All right. So, like I said, the overall energy for this reading is the Six of Cups, soulmate energy, past life energies here. You've dealt with this person many times in your life cycles here, okay? So in the recent past, you have the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Five of Swords. Okay, so your intuition is on full throttle here with letting you know that this connection, this soul connection, this contract that you have is what it is. It is what it is. That love is there. It is pure. It is deep. It is deeply seated within your soul. But those feelings, Aquarius, put you in the Five of Swords energy. These feelings, this love that you have for this connection causes such a conflict with you, within your headspace, within your heart. And it has that conflict constantly going. And it has caused arguments in between you and your person, okay? In the current, you have the Nine of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the King of Swords. Okay, so you're struggling right now. You are going through something very, very difficult and very, very upsetting when it comes to this partnership. You have the Lovers and the Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups. This is love. This is all love. But you're being extremely logical about it, extremely cold about it, extremely detached from the emotions that this soul connection makes you feel, whether it be anger, whether it be love, whether it be passion, whatever the case is, you feel it, and you feel it profusely. But you're logical about it, and you're mean, and you're detached, and kind of manipulative about it sometimes here. Always willing to cut something out, even though clearly, it makes you feel good, and your soul knows it. In the near future, you have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So there is going to be truth put back into this situation. There is going to be the want to have truth so that there is no misunderstandings here. and you are going to pour back into this person because this person has poured into you. Okay? There is love here. The Ace, the 6, the 2, the Lovers. Happiness, contentment within the situation, putting love back into the situation, Aquarius. That is what is being called for here. Putting love back into the situation. No matter how angry you get, no matter how confused you get about the situation, there needs to be love put back into this situation. The struggle is real. The wounds are real. You're having a hard time and you've just put these walls up because why? You're afraid of, a judgment. You're afraid of a conversation or an opinion that is different than yours. Okay, you can work with that. You can run that for sure. But it's doing you no good service here. All right. All right. We will start with clarifying the 6 of Cups in the overall energy for you. 6 of Cups. For Aquarius. Okay. All right. So clarifying the 6 of Cups, this soul connection, this deep love that you have for somebody here, Aquarius, is the High Priestess again. Your soul knows this. Your soul knows what this connection is for you. This is a divine partnership. This is a divine life partner for you. This connection, this soul energy that you are dealing with is a soul contract, a contract that you signed. And now there's about to be balance and fairness put back into this situation. The King of Cups, because there is love there, but you are unable to express that love because you don't know how to communicate it. You don't know how to speak on the feelings that bother you so much that has caused this conflict and this uproar within your life here. You know it, they know it. Okay, clarify the High Priestess in the recent past. But it burns your ass that this person means so much to you, Aquarius. It bothers you like you fucking hate it. Okay, clarify the High Priestess. Okay. On the High Priestess in the recent past, you have the 3 of Swords, heartache, pain, the Hermit, judgment. Okay, so there is pain here, but this pain is not connected to this connection that you are currently in here, Aquarius. This is pain that has been brought in, and you've had deep reflection to try to really figure out, is the pain that you're feeling from the past, or is the pain that you're feeling from something that is happening here? Could it be both? Absolutely. But then you're purging and releasing. what the things that have hurt you, you have been trying to purge and release some of the things that have affected you from your past so it doesn't interfere with this connection, but it most certainly has. Clarify the Lovers in the recent past, please. This soulmate energy is following you through this whole reading here, Aquarius. The Lovers, please. Okay, so on the Lovers, you got the Five of Swords again, okay? So yes, there is conflict because of how you perceive and run with your emotions and don't speak on them. There has been conflict on what you think, what you feel, and what you don't feel. Then we have Fate here, okay? This is destined. Like I told you, this is destined. This is a destiny partnership. This is divinely guided. This is supposed to happen because of contracts that were drawn up that you agreed to. And then the King of Swords again, okay? So this is just reiterating the energy of trying to be cold and detached from what it is that you're really feeling, because it's easier to be cold and detached from the situation than feel the feelings of the hurt and the pain and whatever it is that is going on within this connection or within you. Okay, clarify the Five of Swords in the recent past. The Knight of Cups in reverse, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Swords, feathers, whatever. Okay, so on this initial Five of Swords, clarifying the energy that you have a hard time dealing with what this person means to you and the feelings and emotions that it invokes. The Knight of Cups, has made that offer in the past of love a very big fear for you, to allow yourself to feel what you feel for this person and having it be okay, even though you're scared, even though you're not sure. So you didn't even make the offer of love properly. And you have regrets about that. You have sadness about that. Things that you may have said or done to this sacred connection, the connection that the universe and divine put in your path because there was a reason for it. There is regret here. There is sadness here. And it causes you anxiety. It causes you anxiety, sleepless nights, trying to play it over and over in your head. Oh my God, how do I make this work? I don't know how to make this work. I don't know how to deal with my emotions. Everything is coming in full tilt. So then you go into the current situation and it just made things harder for you. And you just kept building your wall up and building your wall up. Because why speak on something that you feel is going to cause you more pain, to just deal with it, to just say, look, for all intents purposes, for all reasons, I love you. You fucked up, I fucked up. What are we going to do about it? Clarify the Nine of Wands in the current situation, please. Didn't I just say something about fear? Clarifying the Nine of Wands in the current situation is the Moon. The fear of the unknown, not knowing the outcome, not knowing how to make things go because the universe hasn't unveiled everything to you and hasn't illuminated it to you because you're not there yet. Because you want to duck and weave and explain away, things that have been said, done. I don't want to love this person, but it is what it is. Then you have the Page of Pentacles, that offer that you want to be made here, the offer that you want to make. Four of Cups, sadness. No, sorry, that's Four of Junk. That's junk. Yeah. Cups, junk. Okay. The Four of Pentacles here, and you're holding on to this. You are holding on to this so tightly, this fear, this struggle, this, offer that you want to make. You are holding on to it so tight here that there's no wiggle room here. And that fear of the unknown is stopping you up every time, instead of just going with the flow of it. All right, clarify the Two of Cups in the current situation. Okay. So, in the position of the Two of Cups in the current situation, okay, you have the Dancers, the Lovers again, reiterating how deep and strong this connection is. The Page of Cups. An apology needs to be had here, okay? If you're the one expecting an apology, that apology is going to come through, whether you decide to take it or not, or think it's complete and absolute utter bullshit, even though it's not. That is up to you. And then you have the King of Wands here, Leo energy. Okay, that passion for the situation, that action to try to make things better, being on the same page, wanting to get things taken care of here. You want to lead. You want to lead what this connection is supposed to turn into. But you're being very cold and detached about it, and manipulative, and purposely going out of your way to wound this person for no other reason aside the fact that you think that you can. Clarify the King of Swords in the current, please. Okay, so clarifying the King of Swords is the Ace of Pentacles. That new start, that fresh start, that want there, that desire to make this come into fruition, to have what it is that you want, even though it still continues to cause you internal conflict here in between your mind and your heart. Your mind maybe don't want what this is offering you, but your heart and your soul does. So that's where the internal conflict is coming from. But at the end of the day, it's the world. It's the world. This is what it is, okay? All the mazes, all the ups and downs, all the cycles that you and this person go through, it's all part of your path. And you just have to realize, are you going to do it or are you going to run from it? are you going to chump out and miss out on something that this is your reading. This isn't anybody else's or anybody connected to you. This is you. This is your feelings. This is how you're feeling, okay? This person, no matter the twists, the turns, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, okay? No matter, this person is the world to you. And you know it, and you hate it with a passion, with that Five of Swords. But it's fate. It's fate. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords in the near future. Because that truth is going to be coming in, baby. That truth, that honesty, that whatever that needs to be fixed is going to be fixed, and it's going to be fixed because you can't have it any other way. Knight of Swords, please. And this is your truth about the situation, about this person, about this connection. And that truth is going to shock you. That truth is going to shock you, okay? It's going to shake you to your soul with you, going back and forth and not really knowing what it is that you want because you're afraid and you don't really want to deal with it. That shock, that shake to your foundation lets you know that this connection and this person is your Nine of Cups, is your wish fulfilled. No matter what that looks like to you, bumpy roads and all of that. And then again, the Knight of Swords, that truth is going to hit you like a ton of bricks that this person that you're dealing with, that is through your past, your current, and in your future, is your wish fulfilled. And it shakes you to your core and you fucking hate it. And you hate it. But that truth, your truth, shakes you to realize what it is. Clarify the Ace of Cups in the near future. Okay, so on the Ace of Cups, the Six of Swords, getting to a place where there's no conflict, getting to the place where it is easy sailing here, getting to the place that you are emotionally filled here, walking towards this person because you can't shake them. No matter what you want to do, you cannot shake this person. This person is so deeply rooted within your soul, you can't shake them. Clarify the Three of Cups in the near future. And there you go, baby. Once you get past all the stuff that you need to get past, the Queen of Wands comes in. There's a divine couple out here with the King and the Queen of Wands out here. This is passion. There is so much passion and love in this connection. Aquarius, you're just afraid to realize it because it scares you. But it scares them too. Okay? Okay. So then you have the Seven of Cups coming in, which again causes that confusion, causes that, you know, with the level of passion and want and the need that you have for this person, not necessarily because you, the vessel, wants this connection. It is the soul within said vessel, okay? And temperance is coming in to temperance the feelings of it, to heal it, to continue to divinely guide this connection. Aquarius, this connection for you is something like you've never felt before. And by the looks of it, it is bombarding the person that is connected to this energy just as much as it is you. But the facts still remain. They're your world. This is fate. You have the Lovers coming up here 2 times. You have the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Cups. Yes, there may be some ups and downs within this, but there is also healing that needs to be happening here, because no matter how you want to cut it, slice it, dice it, you are drawn to this person because of the passion and the love that you have for this person. It may still take you time to realize it, even though you know it to the core of your being. But again, Aquarius, you want to push it down. You want to push it down because you want to stay in your headspace and not drop it down here into your heart. Let's see what the universe can add to this. The Knight of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Hermit, the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the Queen of Swords. All right, so pretty much what it is that offer, you're still going to make that offer. You're still going to walk towards this person because now you view them as family. And no matter what it is that you're feeling in this moment with whatever you have going on is not going to change that this is your comfort. This is what you want. You want to make the offer and have contentment and joy and love in the situation. And you're reflecting on it. You are digging so deep to figure it out as to what it is that you want. The seeds have been planted within you here, Aquarius, and now you're just waiting for those to come into fruition so that this comes to you in the proper way. And you still fear it. You still fear it. It still causes you confusion. All right, Aquarius. That's what I have. Even though you've gained the clarity, you know what it is, you know who your heart and your soul wants, but your mind, your headspace, you are going to battle it at every turn, everything. Because somebody is willing to weather the storm here with you, Aquarius. This divine couple, this King of Wands and Queen of Wands, is really willing to walk this path with you, to really be there for you, no matter how scared you are, no matter how afraid you are of your feelings. They're there. You just don't see it. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope this helped. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Sass. What should we do? Should we keep going or what? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'll shut it down and restart another one then. Stop.